Jung Ho.
That's J-Ho though.
Jung Ho.
He does make a raise here with Queen 5 suited. Dave out. Sophia out. Now over to Huani Lee. Oh, and the big blind can defend with 10-8 off. He's got 40,000 more to call. He's got 1.5 million behind, so he might want to just see where this goes.
And against another deep stack here.
Yeah.
Might play into some consideration for playing a more speculative hand.
Well, he is popping it up.
Wow, he's going to actually use this as a candidate, as a 3-bet bluff here, knowing that Jung Ho can be opening wide on the hijack, and also knowing that Jung Ho, as I've seen in the past few days commentating, can play on the wider side of things.
Oh, Jung Ho went all in.
And Jung Ho goes all in. Well, a great read by both players.
That was Korea versus Korea. And again, our payouts, just a reminder, folks.
He's got one spade.
Yeah.
Dave Spade with the one spade is going to raise to 95,000. Off to Sophia, our chip leader. PM King 7 off here on the button.
Nah, she won't give him action here. Now to the small blind, Huani.
Huani Lee in the small blind. Picking up 6-5 suited, a very strong speculative hand.
Yeah, he is still to act right now. He was able to 3-bet his compatriot Jung Ho Young earlier, although Jung Ho shoved over the top of him.
He did use 8-6 off previously, the same hand that he's up against right now as a 3-bet bluff. He's just going to go ahead and make the call here. Mark Rivera blocking Huani Lee straight flush out here with 4-3 suited.
And Mark is going to wait for a better spot to gamble.
Absolutely. Especially when he's sitting on just less than 20 bigs. And off to a flop, and what an incredible flop this is going to be for Huani Lee. Behind still with 6 high, but it's essentially a coin toss now in terms of pure raw equity. Up to Dave here on this pretty dry flop, ace-9 deuce, and gonna take a standard C bet here.
He's still ahead.
85,000.
With his 8 high, yeah,
value.
I know that. With his 8 high, Huani might check raise here though.
It would be a good bluff spot here for Huani Lee.
There's the great Mark Rivera studying everything at this moment.
Huani Lee can definitely represent ace-deuce suited, ace-9 suited, pocket deuces. Probably not pocket 9s or pocket aces. Those are likely 3-betting pre. So he is just going to make the call and drills drills the flush, pardon me. And incredible too, as we have seen that 2 of his outs
now, the
were
thing
already
is,
folded.
Yeah, Dave actually hit his 8 here. He's checked back to Dave. So Dave might probably think that he doesn't have an ace because he just flat called it. He could be on a draw. Now, Dave checking behind here is also a good idea.
I think a good idea. He's got enough showdown value here with 3rd pair. May just want to elect to try to realize that showdown value. And we are waiting here on Dave's decision.
Yes, waiting.
He's already used up 2 time bank chips.
Is going to go for the bet here. 430K in the pot.
85,000.
Well.
And now betting.
Yes.
I don't know if a flat call. Yeah, I don't know if a flat call is good here for Huani, because if another heart comes out, he might think now he'd be behind.
Yes, oftentimes when you make your smaller flushes, you do want to try to protect your hand and charge 1 heart draws, but Huani Lee also in a tough spot here because he can't really raise just because Dave has so many better flushes than he does in his range.
Oh, he's got a ton of time bank chips though.
Absolutely.
He's going to use one of them.
If he calls here, it's just the stack size is just getting a little bit awkward. If he calls here, he's only going to be left with about 800 behind in a pot of 11,000. Actually, I take that back. The stack size is still pretty reasonable.
So he can still check raise a bit here.
I'm thinking more so he can still get away from the river if he feels like he's behind. I think we are at least at least seeing a call here.
Yeah, at the very least. But again, if another heart comes out on the river, that's what he's thinking about right now. Do I just make the call now? Or do I go over the top to protect this baby flush? Because if another heart comes out on the river, he won't know where he is.
Absolutely. And even if he does call and he faces a shove on the river, it's still such a painful spot because you might just be getting cooler by a higher flush.
Gonna play another time bank ship. He's not Hollywooding, folks. He's thinking about how to play this right now. Flat calling here and another heart comes out. Could be, put him in a tough spot, really.
But also hard to raise because raising only allows better hands to call. So I feel like again,
He's got all in.
he does go all in here.
This is the right move. Of course, he's not going to get a call from Dave.
I think he's decided even if he calls here, he has to call river, so he himself might as well go all in. And he does, and Dave is going to fold. A great catch on the turn there by Hwani Lee, and a big chip increase for him.
Yeah, Dave has dropped down. That's why her stack looks like that.
It may not be the most EV positive play, but it is entertainment value. That's what I call it. And Dave Erkiaga picking up the suited king here on the cutoff late position, raising it up here with a stack that needs to be contended with and feared.
I think he's gotten Sophia's respect right now, because Sophia can actually 3-bet him with anything, and she's been folding to aggression coming here from Dave, although he did show aces earlier. Now Hwani's got pocket fours.
Fake aces here in the small blind for our South Korean player.
They call them, you know what they actually call them sometimes? They call them Filipino aces.
I've heard them called Chinese aces, and I always ask why, and no one seems to give me a straight answer.
I don't know why they're called Filipino aces either. And it's going to be a re-raise, though, coming from Hwani. Dave is in position, so he might actually give him action. Now, there have been spots before, and I've seen Dave do this. He can 4-bet in this spot. He 4-bet with 6-3 on the big blind yesterday. Got the guy with, like, I think ace-jack to fold.
Wow. Yes.
260, sir.
So Dave right now contemplating on how to play this. He is not looking good with the King 5, but he does have 2 overs to this pocket pair.
Is going to go ahead and let it go, and Hwani Lee going to take it down uncontested with
I do have a story about pocket fours when I played it once in a hand game. No, it will be this guy, Hwani Lee, pocket 5s under the gun. You're gonna raise it up. Remember, you're 6-handed right now, so
really changes the dynamics of things. They've been used to playing 8-handed, 9-handed for the entire tournament. This is day 4 now, and now we're getting down to 6-handed. They do have to adjust here. They'll be playing a lot more hands, and at this point, they've got a good history with the remaining players at the table.
Sophia's gonna make this call with King High. Little does she know, she does have 2 overcards to the pocket pair of Hwani Lee, who's slightly ahead pre-flop. And he remains ahead, but he's now in counterfeit territory as well. Another 8 comes off. He'll have nothing, so he better hurry. He is making a C-bet. Small one, though, at 50,000.
Yeah, just a little more than a fifth of the pot here.
Sophia's got a backdoor flush draw.
And she's gonna.
That's suspicious bet.
Yes, is gonna take it down, but still, it is a wise fold. She was behind. Fold's losing hand. Jacques here at the very bottom. Still waiting for a playable hand.
At least he's not posting antes. Jung Ho might get a little frisky here with ace-9. It's the best hand he's seen in a while, by the way. Man, if Jacques could flip over the entire table, he would have.
Yes. Yes, he would.
What a time to get card dead.
Stay loose.
Come on, Dave. Sophia and the small blind folding. Let's see if it's going to be Korean on Korean. It will be.
Hwani Lee picking up King Jack soon on the big blind, getting to close the action. Might be considering a 3-bet as well. And it looks like he is just going to make the call here. So we're heads up now. Hwani Lee out of position versus his fellow South Korean, Jung Ho Young. And off to a flop. And both are going to miss here. Jung Ho still ahead with ace high. Checks the pre-flop aggressor. And it's going to be a quick C-bet.
Yeah, quick, because he's floating now with one overcard. There's the ace, though.
But does give Hwani Lee the gut shot to the Broadway straight.
And he's going to lead out. We're talking about Jung Ho leading out for 75. So I believe Hwani Lee is deep enough to see the river card if he chooses here. Sitting on 2.1 million right now. He actually did give Jung Ho the hit in this final table.
It is a small bet. It's just still just not a good price to chase 4 outs, especially when there is a flush draw on the board. You could have the 10 of diamonds, could be a dirty out. He just lets it go.
Sophia with 8-4 doesn't matter. She's got the dealer button. She's gonna raise it up. Hwani's got ace-7. Might want to take a peek at this from the small blind. However, Hernan Villa's next to act. So Hwani might actually 3-bet in this spot. Knowing that Sophia does have a lot of moves in her arsenal in late position.
And it's great to see Sophia not sitting on laurels here, being the big stack. Really taking every opportunity that she can
grinding
to win every single chip that she possibly can.
She's still grinding.
And she does get caught here, trying to steal with the 8-4 offsuit versus Hwani Lee, who does put in the smart 3-bet.
I think Sophia's considering a 4-bet here. Hwani has done this to Jung Ho, and she's witnessed this. She is considering a 4-bet, or no? Okay. She postured a bit there.
A little bit of posturing, just. I think she knows she's automatically just going to be folding 8-4 off. Just the no realm theoretical poker does 8-4 off play well.
Hernan's raising with pocket 4s under the gun. And believe me, he's going to get everybody's respect from here on out. The 9-3 that he called earlier has been erased.
That's correct.
Uh-oh!
Picking up aces. Aces running hot at this table.
Yeah.
Hwani Lee with aces.
Oh, he's not the short stack. I'm sorry. It's the other Korean. Jun Ho Young, who's the short stack now. You better believe he's going to raise this. Hwani.
Via with the fake aces, Lee with the
real ones. And they're both in the same suit too.
Wow.
I don't see Hernan calling this really.
350 total.
Oh, he does.
Hwani Lee does have a little short of 40 big blinds behind, so he does have some odds to call here. Looking for a set. Let's see if he's gonna hit another one here. And he does not. Yeah. He now has 4th pair. And very.
I would go all in here if I were Hwani right now. I mean, what the heck is he opening and calling with Hernan Villa? And he just picked up a big hand, so he doesn't really have to play this hand. Hwani's gonna continue here. I don't see Hernan staying in this hand.
Hernan Villa drawing to.
Whoa, hold on.
Set at very best, drawing to a backdoor straight.
I'm not a fan of what Hernan is doing right now. I hope he folds this.
It's just that the issue with
he's raising it.
Wow.
He's raising it.
Not afraid to be.
Wow.
Now that he's acquired this big stack, obviously not afraid to use it. Applying maximum pressure to Hwani Lee, now turning his aces at best into a bluff catcher.
I think Hwani is going to have to go over the top of this now.
Yeah, the issue here is this is such a bluff heavy board. When Hernan kind of flats the big blind 3-bet, like he could have on 8-9s.
Could have a set of 5s, you know, Hernan could have a set of 5s.
But that's right too, a lot of some of that defense range is going to look like pocket 5s, pocket 7s, pocket 10s. Lots of sets here, but also a lot of suited aces, but Hwani Lee doesn't block that. So it is a tough spot, like it is.
Hernan involved in 2 big hands back to back.
I really do believe if Hwani Lee had the ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, for example, this would be a much easier spot to call, but the ace of spades really is important here as he does bluff Hernan's potential bluffs here. And really just representing sets of
yeah, you're probably thinking in the live stream for the new players, he's got aces, go all in. It's not as easy as that in this situation.
No, I think you put it really well while Via was tanking that these are really life-changing choices and decisions that these folks are making here.
Then
Wani may use another time bank chip here. This is actually well played for Hernan. I take it back. He's actually played this pretty well. At the end of the day, aces is just a pair.
That is correct. And see, and also Juan Lee also has to consider that Hernan Villa covers him massively.
And he just came from a big hand. He doesn't have to play this hand. But he did, and now he has just raised him a significant amount.
And one of the issues here now is that Juan Lee's kind
all in.
There it is. That's the best move now. Just go all in. And a snap laugh.
And a laugh by Villa. Got caught speeding there, folks.
No, he's he lets it go.
He lets it go, and
But
we are 5-handed now.
Look at that. That's plus 1.1.
Exactly. Take a look. Sophia goes from chip leader to now being the short stack at the table.
Yeah. But he could be Destiny's Child at this table.
Beauty and the Beast picked up on the under the gun by Juan Lee, King Queen. Tale as old as time.
I'm not competing with you anymore. I mean, let's just play poker instead of going for karaoke. Although I will cream you at Boom Shakalaka.
Oh, I still need to know what that song is.
Apache Indian, you my boy. It's now to Sophia and the big blind, and she has been hit. Oh, sorry, it has been to Dave now. Sophia's gonna come along now with ace deuce. She does have the lead pre-flop here against Wani, but she'll be acting first on the flop, out of position. Flop is 10-8-6. Everybody missed. Sophia's still ahead now with ace high.
She has the nut flush draw, and unlike the last time, she really wants to hit this.
Goes check, check, and there's a 9. So
But he's going to try to steal this pot.
well, now you're starting to think, does Wani have a jack? If you're Sophia, does he have a jack? Did he do this because there was a redraw to a straight with a jack? She does not believe he has a
Wow,
jack.
she does go all in, and a quick fold from Juan Lee, and she takes this pot, which would have otherwise been chopped. A great.
Yeah, I need to know now the thought process of that shove on the river here by Sophia.
I think she can take out a lot of jack. Likely take a lot of jack X's out of his range when he calls on the turn. But yeah, no, he does have some. I think. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, and Sophia's gonna try to get out of the way here. It's gonna be blind on blind now. Juani with King 6 suited, just making the call. Option now on Hernan, who's got King 7. He's gonna check. And backdoor, well, flush draw now for Hernan Villa.
Still was ahead pre, and now is still ahead post. And likely going to be one of those first to bet, first to win kind of spots. And Hernan takes it down with the first.
Yeah, he was the first to bet. So back to the chip count here. Hernan Villa.
30-ish big blinds. Definitely nowhere near danger territory just yet, but has to navigate very carefully as she's surrounded, covered entirely by everybody.
You know what's something in common about the 4 players remaining? At one point, they all had the chip lead of the tournament. At one point, Hernan had it for one hand.
Yes. And it's gonna be blind versus blind. It's gonna check.
Oh, Wani hit his 4. And there's a backdoor, some funky draw here coming from Hernan.
Backdoor, 9 high flush draw, and a backdoor.
He can float.
7 cards straight.
Yeah, well, he can float. No, he won't. Dave. Oh, make that Sophia under the gun, folding now to the dealer button with Wani, who picks up pocket 4s. Moves the pyramid out of the way. And raises it up to 100. Oh, makes that 125. Those are 5 chips there. 25,000 each. A call from Hernan and the small blind. And Dave lets go of his big blind.
Not going with the squeeze with this hand. So we're going a heads up small blind versus but Queen Jack versus Force. Classic flip here, but lots of action to still be had. And wow, Hernan Villa flops the open ender here. Huani Lee with bottom pair still ahead, but behind in equity. Facing an open ender and 2 overcards.
Oh, he's still firing at it. Same bet. It looks like 125.
Nice c-bet here. Try to get better hands like pocket 5s, pocket 6s to fold, but it's going to be a call. And
He gets there.
Villa just running hotter than the sun. Makes Broadway straight. Gets the check mark. Huani Lee drawing dead. Like a zombie with a crayon.
You're getting better at these, Greg.
That one I didn't even write beforehand. I just made it up on the spot.
I think it sounded really organic.
Thank you.
Last 10 seconds.
People are going to say your jokes are better than your singing. I don't know about that.
Oh, wow. Just checks the nuts. And what?
Oh, there's a
card
chop
to straight
possibility now. Yeah, chop possibility right here. Of course, he's going to open here. Hernan is going to open. He's got the nuts. Dave, make that. Juani does not have a queen.
But lots of value Villa can get out of this particular board. Lots of 2-pair combinations. Some sets, as Huani Lee was the pre-flop aggressor and does have those strong hands in his holdings. But just with this particular hand,
I think
not
he's
good.
posturing.
Yeah,
I think he's just
not going to get
posturing.
too much action here from pocket 4s.
It's a Hollywood moment here. He's going to fold this.
And 4s go into the muck.
Yeah, you know, credit to him. He made it all the way to the river with pocket 4s. Would have been really a bad card if a 4 came out on the river.
Would be
A
bad
bad card for
Would be
him.
very, very tough. And we're looking at the chip counts again.
Yes.
Here at the final table
Why
of the
did I
main
just
event.
wave? I don't know why I just waved. There are no cameras. You just wave. Raise here under the gun from Hernan Villa. Any ace becomes a premium hand, 4-handed. Sophia, a little tight on the fold there with 10-8. Now, Huani Lee, who has been watching the action go back and forth like a tennis match.
Yeah, Huani Lee, actually haven't seen too much of him getting into the mix here.
Yeah, because everybody else has been getting involved in the pots. He's just like watching tennis.
That's something we'll go to the flop first. Let's see what happens. And an 8 comes, and an unfortunate spot here for Huani Lee. He was already dominated pre-flop and now makes a pair with the 8. Yeah, but he is just severely outkicked.
He has checked. Life's 25.50. Actually, it's a bet, a dog bet coming from Huani Lee of 100,000.
I believe it was a check
Oh, sorry,
call.
a check call, yeah. Board pairs deuces. Huani might still think he has the best hand here.
And quite often, he really would. And it's going to go check, check. And the Jack of Diamonds,
Yeah, that's an action killer now.
action killer, but Huani Lee's kicker no longer plays, so it might give him a little bit too much confidence in his third pair, excuse me.
Yeah,
And it will go
check,
check, check,
yeah,
as they
yeah.
both have showdown value. But just like I was when I was 18 and got kicked out, Huani Lee is out-kicked. That one was a stretch. That one was a stretch.
I'm
And-
laughing at the effort, actually.
Yeah, I was like piecing it together as I was talking.
It's like I'm trying to make I was trying to make the call, but now I'm just gonna fold.
I'm all in every time. 100,000 Canadian for my
the gun,
Canadians
Sophia.
viewing.
And Huani now in the dealer button. 4 deuce of clubs. Not a premium hand, but he's got premium position. He's coming in for a raise.
I 120.
120,000. Dave, there's no more 2,000 chips in there.
Huani Lee getting into the mix here, much to the joy of his fans, I'm sure. And it's just gonna be a call from Hernan Villa with mystery cards here.
Well, let's see if it catches up, though.
And we
All
got
diamonds.
All diamonds, monotone board, Huani Lee.
There
we
you go. King 4.
Huani Lee dominated pre-flop, gets ahead there, hits his 3 outs here, and makes bottom pair. But lots of action still to ensue. Some
I get the feeling that Hernan is in every hand.
Hernan leads out for 75. Oh
No.
pardon
He
me.
checked, and then Dave bet,
Dave
make
bet.
that Huani bet, and that's it, right? Now, Hernan has now dropped to 2.2 million blinds now. Sophia
Hey, 75,000.
raises it to 75,000 more. Oh no, she just called.
So
Dealer
we-
with a got used to everybody raising, not used to just a call.
Sorry, help me with the action here. Sophia just completed in big blind raise, and now she's has to call.
Hold on, that can't be a raise because that's only 75,000. The blinds are 30 and 60, so that should be a call.
Call.
Dealer got confused.
Dealer's confused. Sophia's confused. I'm confused. Juani has kings. Juani Lee with kings as the chat goes wild in Korean. And we are looking. Oh, I see what happens. She
It was
has
just
called.
a call.
She
Yeah,
has
the
flattened
dealer.
big
Yeah,
blind,
dealer thought it
actions
was a
now on
raise.
Juani Lee.
Yeah, dealer thought it was a raise. It's just a call. Juani's not gonna check this. He's gonna raise it up.
If Sophia goes for the 4-bet here, she is going to be in trouble.
35,000. 35.
Not
But-
35. That's 355,000.
Yes. And she's going to make a wise lay down here.
You know, Kings haven't gotten paid today.
Kings have gotten cracked today.
Yeah, once.
Cracked
But-
or
yeah,
just
but-
not
but-
paid.
But Kings haven't gotten paid.
Gapper here makes a quick
Call.
call
Just
here,
calling,
just
though. That's
limping
interesting.
behind the big blind.
Sophia's also going to make the call, and now the option to Juani Lee. He's not going to call.
No, he's not. Picks up a premium here. Ace Jack suited versus a late position limp and a small blind complete. Definitely is going to go for the squeeze here. Just trying to pick up the dead money now, or just bet for value with his strong hand.
Remember, you're up against Dave, though. And he likes these 6-4 hands. Let's see how this is played. Juani makes the raise. Yeah, raises it up now to 290,000. It's like one of the side events is going wild over there at the other side.
Yes.
We do have a short deck here today. I don't have my my calendar with me. I should get it during the next break. So look at that. Dave is asking how much more to call, and he does make the call. That's going to get Sophia out of the hand. Dave in position against Juani.
I believe he folded. And the
Oh, are you
hand
sure? Okay,
is done.
okay. Because I saw the word call over there.
Yeah. Quick.
No, you still got cards.
You is right.
Yeah, you still got cards. And here comes the flop right now.
And 6 more outdraws against Ace Jack here on a very textbook dry board. King 7-4 Rainbow. Juani Lee in out of position here, first to act as a pre-flop aggressor. I imagine he's going to make a C-bet here.
And Dave's not going to go anywhere, of course.
No, not with the bottom pair and backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Even it's a good contender here for a raise as well. But it's just so few value hands that really re-raise on dry boards such as this.
It's going to be a call now by Dave. He also has a backdoor straight.
Looking for the 5 of diamonds. That would be a beautiful card there for Dave.
Five of spades gets
It's
there.
a 5 of spades. Now giving, not only does Dave Archiaga, is he still ahead with the bottom pair, he also picks up an open-ended draw. Any 8 or 3 is going to give him a straight. And Juani Lee here still just chilling with ace high.
But he's firing.
And he only does have 2 million left behind here with 1 million in the pot. He wants to make sure if he sizes this, he wants to size it so that he leaves himself enough to have fold equity on the river should he decide to bluff. So it looks like he's probably going to go around shy of 500,000 here. 350,000, leaving him 1.6 mil. Into a pot of what would be 1.6 mil if David Archiaga calls. So really well sized here by Juani Lee.
I expect Dave's going to at least call this, but
10 seconds.
he's running out of time bank chips. He's got only 2 left.
He does make the call here. Dave Archiaga really looking for an 8 or a 3 or 4 to really make decisions easy, life easy here. But he is still ahead. 85% favor to stay ahead, and he's going to get the check mark here with the fourth pair, and Juan Lee's just going to give up here.
Yeah, Dave's got enough. Yeah, he says he checks. I have one pair. Show, and it's got to be, yeah. He wants the information. What did Juani do this with? Because Juani was first to show.
And Dave Arquiaga, wow, building up close to 5 million chips now, our massive chip leader at this.
Look at that, 1.7 million pots. Do you question the turn bet there from Juani Lee after he got called on the flop?
Sitting a short stacked here, sitting on, oh, I can't math. It's 70 big blinds?
135.
Really?
Well, Dave now picks up an ace-10, so we're going to see that later on because he is in the big blind. There's a raise from Hernan with 8-4, and Dave just made the flat call. Here we go again with the position play from Dave Arquiaga. Juani Lee is just card dead right now. Down to 1.5 million.
Yes, just slightly over 20 bigs, 25, maybe 23, 25 bigs. 25 big blinds, yes.
Call.
He just makes the call. But again, it's like a crying call right now with the stack that he has.
Absolutely. Looking at really just looking for a spot here. Been running pre-flop card dead, but hopefully he can run a little bit better here. Yeah, flops the gut shot here.
And Hernan takes the lead now with a bottom pair and a flush draw.
Yes, very strong hand to have here. Just smashes this flop. And also just ahead with the bottom pair.
Now they both check, and Dave is going to check behind here.
Yes, don't want to
so.
Don't want to be betting, bluffing at too high of a frequency when you're multi-way, but when your head's up, you get very, very creative.
Juani is thinking of making a play at this. Would be a bad idea right now because Hernan's not going to fold here, or will he? Because now...
I think Juani Lee has the best spot really to bluff here because as under the gun,
you could have
raiser,
that 6. Yeah.
As under the gun raise, no, as the under the gun raiser, Hernan should be betting a lot with his value, which he chose to check on the flop. And Dave, having now been checked to, if he hadn't value, would bet as well. So Juani Lee can represent all of the strong hands here. 6 X's, pocket 4s, 6-4.
What would be a bad card
Queen
here
6,
would be a 7
Queen
of spades.
X's.
7 of spades would be a really bad card here.
Yes, because...
Juani's going to get the gut shot, and Hernan's going to get the flush.
Yes.
Although this looks like a raise.
445.
Yeah,
It is a
Hernan
raise.
finally launches the trap. Checks, yeah, finally launches the trap. Checks his bottom pair flush draw on the flop. And now, out of nowhere, just raises here. And really representing the 6. And Juani Lee's just going to fold here and surrender his equity and give up the pot.
So it looks like we have a new table captain, folks. Hernan Villa of the Philippines, the chip leader, and is now wielding it up to 4-point hand, as they call it.
Why do they call it the computer hand?
Because that's the hand that comes out in all the computer permutations before, at the dawn of online poker. That's why they called it that. Juani, pocket 3s.
Pocket 3s for Juani Lee.
You want to go for it here, sir?
All in, announced
he's
here,
going
going all
for it.
in for 20 big blinds.
5 all in.
Running into ace-9 off here.
Oh,
Hernan might call here.
Yeah.
And if he does, Juani Lee will be flipping for his tournament life. Looks like a call.
Yeah,
Call's
it's a call.
been made. Folks, our Korean rail in the chat.
He's
this
at
is your
risk.
spot.
He's at risk.
Juani Lee all in for 20 big blinds for his tournament life. 700,000 at stake here. And
there's a counterfeit possibility now. Oh, an 8 counterfeits him. He needs a 3. Oh, and a 9 comes out.
Ace kicker for Hernan. Kings and 8s playing the board for Juani Lee, and he is eliminated here in 4th place at the final table of the Asian Poker Tour main event. Sorry to disappoint our Korean rail in the live chat, but congratulations to Juani Lee, 4th place here at the main event final table.
Well, we are now down to 3 players, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been informed that after this stream that we're doing here for the final 8 of the main event, the high rollers are going to take over here later on, of course.
저 하늘로 높이 날았어 내 쓸어 담아 이 세상의 모든 돈은